Hi, my name is Paige. Welcome to my August TBR. I cannot believe that it is already August. I feel like July went by in a blink. Like I just sat down to film my July TBR, it feels like. So we're a little bit late getting this one up. I hope you don't mind, but I was super busy the last week of July and haven't really had much time or energy to film this. So here we are. I've had to update quite a few things because I skipped my board game aspect, I think in the last two videos. So I went back and double checked all of that information and we are going to start there. So because I couldn't quite remember the last time I took a punishment, I decided to go ahead and roll the dice and take a punishment for this. So I rolled my d20 to see how many spots I needed to move backwards, and I ended up rolling a 9. So I moved 9 spaces backwards. And I was just playing it safe there. I don't know if I actually needed to take a punishment at all, but I felt like I kind of needed to. So now we are getting into my moving forward moments, because I did finish a couple of TBR books in June and TBR books in July and some non-TBR books, and it's a whole complicated thing that I decided to implement. I don't really understand how to explain it perfectly, but that being said, I'm just going to tell you how many spaces forward I got to move. In June, I got to move 6 spaces forward. And in July, I got to move 11 spaces forward, which sucked because if I would have just read one more book, I could have moved past this little holographic hand that I had on this board, because that meant I had to move all the way backwards. I think we were at spot 27 and had to go back to spot 11. So I feel like I took a double punishment this month, but that's what I get for not updating you on the board game last month. So it is what it is. I am not super consistent with this board game. I thought it was a fun element to add into my TBR drawers, but sometimes I'm just not as motivated to really use it. So I need to be better about that, and I think I need to add more incentive with that one. So maybe next month we will come back to it and try and make sure that I am keeping up with it regularly for a purpose, you know? And because I just like to torture myself a little bit, I decided to draw a moon card, which are kind of my punishment challenge cards, so that I don't have to roll that dice again, because I really did not finish most of my TBR from July. I pulled quite a lot of cards, and I think I only finished 2 books from my prompts because I was just mood reading all July. I was trying to get to 25 books read. I didn't make it quite there. I got to 19 books read, but I definitely ignored most of my prompts. I totally forgot what they were by the end of the month. So I did pull a moon card. And my challenge this month is to unhaul a book from my physical TBR. And if not, by the end of the month, I will have to roll the dice and move backwards even further on my board game, and I won't be able to get to a book spree. So we are gonna unhaul a book. I need to look at my TBR shelf and decide. Okay, and I think for this one I am going to go with The Summer Job by Lizzie Dent. I got this in a little free library. I like picking out romances out of there just because I feel like romances are always pretty standard, they're pretty cutesy. But this one, after reading the summary of it, the description of it, I just never really found an interest to want to pick this up, especially because the ratings on Goodreads aren't great. They're not bad, but it just doesn't interest me. I even had the opportunity to add this on Libby. I think it was like a available now moment, and I just didn't feel the draw to do that. So I think this is going to be the one that I'm going to put back in a little free library and just take it off my Goodreads, which will be nice. So I have to remember to include that in a video, probably my next clear my shelf video, so that I can mark that number down. So this will be my unhaul for that challenge, and I will not have to roll a dice and move back even further on my board game next month. So we are good to go on that one. So moving on to my TBR polls, I rolled my D8 as I do every month to see how many books I'm going to be reading, and I rolled another friggin' 7. I think I roll 7s every single month, and it's driving me crazy. I'm so tired of reading 7 books. Can we just have like 4, 5, 6? That'd be great. Anyway, we rolled a 7. So let's see what my first prompt was. And we got on Scribd. So something I am trying to do this month is read the books that I put on my TBR last month, some of my hopeful TBR picks, and read them this month, because if you don't watch my bullet journal videos, I print out the covers of every single book on sticky paper, like sticker paper kind of, and I don't want to waste all of these images that I printed out. Like, I don't want to waste ink, I don't want to waste the sticker pages. So if you see a couple of repeat books, that is why. So one of those repeat books is going to be Drop Dead Gorgeous by Rachel Gibson. This is going to be for a Clear My Shelf video of me reading books with very low ratings, and that's why I don't really want to read it. This is the second lowest rated book on my TBR, and I am not eager to read it, but there is another book later in this video that will probably also be in that video, and so it'll get the ball rolling of another Clear My Shelves video that I am in the middle of filming, like the other 10 I'm currently trying to film. So this is for the first prompt. Prompt number 2 is always a fun one. It is a 10-second pick. I do not know if I have my phone on me to set a timer, so we are just gonna have my Amazon device do that for me. I will not insert her name here. Set a 10-second timer.
10 seconds, starting now. By the way.
Oh no! Okay. Okay. So this is a repeat from last month. I definitely meant to grab the Atlas Paradox because I want to continue on with that series, but when I grabbed it, this is what like slipped under and grabbed into my hand. So this was my 10-second pick. I really wanted to read it last month, but my loan on Libby went back before I was able to finish it because I was also trying to read a Brandon Sanderson book last month. So I am back on the wait list for this one because I had to prioritize Stormlight, you know, which also might come into issue this month as well because I am going to continue with that series. So we will see if I get to this month, next month. This might just be like a perpetual Libby hold that I have until I finish it. I was gonna try for Atlas, but that is okay. That can be for a different month. Next prompt pulled was on Hoopla, which again is going to be another repeat from last month. I really wanted to get to this one, especially towards the end of the month, but I just ran out of time. I was planning to listen to it on the plane because I thought it would be a longer plane ride than it was, so we are going to read this one. I'm excited. I just feel like I'm definitely in the mood for a thriller, so I hope that this one is as 5-star as most people have said that it was. It seems like a good one, so I'm excited. And now we are to my lowest rated book on Goodreads, which is Jim Carrey's Memoirs and Misinformation. I saw this, I think on TikTok, and somebody said it was a super good memoir, that they really enjoyed it because it's so strange. So I bought it through Book Outlet, I think, because it was like $1 or $2. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and get into some memoirs. Then I added it to my Goodreads and saw that it has like a 2.89 rating, which is the lowest rating I think I've ever seen on a book. So I am not eager to pick this one up anymore. I've heard that it is so strange that people just don't understand what's happening in this one. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I might end up DNFing this one just like Drop Dead Gorgeous because they are going to be in that lowest rated TBR video. But you know, it could be a good thing to just like get it off my TBR, pass it along. I don't know, put it in another little free library. Maybe somebody will appreciate this one if it is weird and I DNF it. So I'm nervous about this one, but it is what it is. And of course things could not be that easy for us. We had to draw an extra prompt twice. So I am now going to be up to 9 books this month instead of 7, which is so much fun, but again, it is what it is. Let's see what my next prompt is. Okay, this is gonna be another repeat. I am already 30% into this one, but I have not finished it. And it's not because I don't like it, it's just because reading with my eyes is not the easiest for me. But I am trying to read Baby and the Late Night Howlers by Catherine Moon. This is a Omega-verse type story about a woman named Baby who is an Omega to a pack of alphas, and it is pure smut. So I have been enjoying it. I just forgot that I was reading it, mostly because there's no audiobook to pair it with. So we're gonna finish out this ebook. Again, I don't want to waste that sticker that I printed this cover on, so that's what I'm gonna pick for this one. For our 6th prompt, I believe, we got audiobook, and I am going to go with The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn, because I am trying to do a Clear My Shelves Bridgerton's edition. I have all of the Bridgerton books. I actually kind of like the first one. It does have its issues, but I want to continue on with the series. I felt like it was very readable in book 1. I am excited to get back into book 2, and I want to have book 4 read, which is Penelope and Colin's book, before Bridgerton comes out. I don't think it'll come out until like December, but in hoping that it comes out a little bit sooner, I want to make sure that I have that book read for season 3 to come out, just because I love Colin and Penelope so much. So we have to read book 2 and then book 3 to finally get to that one. But book 2 is going to be the one on my prompt. And for our 7th prompt, we pulled action and adventure. And as we have seen in the past few months, I make bad choices and I pick the longest books on my TBR possible. So of course we are going to continue on in Stormlight and read the latest book, which is Rhythm of War. It is Stormlight Part 4. I don't know whose point of view it primarily follows, but she is chunky. I think this is the biggest one to date. The audiobook is insanely long, and it's going to take me another week of my life to read this. But I am so excited. I just want to be able to catch up and then look at every Wikipedia page and read every single thing I can to know all of the details and not have missing aspects to these books, because my brain just can't simply process all of the information that happens in these. So very eager to get all of the details finally and be caught up so I can discuss this with people who are currently reading and get really hyped for book 5 to finally come out next year, I believe. So I'm excited to be all caught up, but man, another week of reading is in my future. We love it though, we love it. For our 8th prompt, we have a random letter generator, and again, I did not grab my phone when I grabbed my Kindle, so we are going to use my device over there. Give me a random letter.
Here is a letter, Q.
She gave me the letter Q. That was the rudest letter she could have given me. Well, I guess it wasn't that rude, because I am going with author last name for random letter, because I don't think I have a single book with a Q in it. And we are going with Julia Quinn, again, An Offer from a Gentleman, which is book 3, and it is Benedict's story. So we haven't seen that in the show yet, but I've heard that this is most people's favorite book of the series. So I am excited to get to this one, but I'm mostly excited to get through this one to get to book 4, which is going to probably be read this month, maybe in September, but we will see how far I can get into the Bridgerton series this month. I guess it was okay that she picked a Q, but Q of all letters? Come on. And our final prompt is rainbow colors, and this is again going to be a repeat from last month, and I am going to be going with Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, because it has red, orange, yellow. Those are the first 3 colors of the rainbow. So I really did want to pick this one up as well, especially towards the end of the month, but I just got so busy I couldn't read because there was a lot of cleaning and packing and buying things that I needed to buy, making sure I had baby presents and everything ready to go. So it was very busy at the end of the month and I did not get to this one. So hopefully I don't leave this off till the end of the month too, but we will see. I tend to put a lot of the same books on my TBRs and just keep not reading them. It's an issue I seem to have. Okay, I have to go very soon, but I have 3 more books to talk to you about. First, for the Story Continue Book Club, our book pick is The Book of Gothel by somebody with an M name, and I don't have the book with me yet, so I cannot remember, but I will have everything linked in the description if you would like to join us. It is a Rapunzel retelling told by Mother Gothel, so very excited to get to that one. We are, I think, mostly excited for this one. I feel like this is the one that people are very eager to get to, so if you want to join us, I would love that. I would appreciate it. It would just be super fun to chat with you about that one. I'm gonna actually buy it today, so hopefully I'll read it before the end of the month, but I am a procrastinator and I always read the book club pick the last week of the month, so oops, I can't change who I am, right? But the next book I'm going to talk to you about is my 12 and 12 classics. I decided for August I wanted to go with Agatha Christie as like an Agatha Christie August sort of thing. I've never read anything Agatha Christie, so I'm going with, I think, her most popular, one of the most popular, and then there were none. So excited to read this one. It was written so long ago, but I feel like this is like the staple of mystery novels, you know? So I've heard nothing but good things about her stories, and I am excited to get into these ones because some of her other books have beautiful covers right now. I'll post a couple pictures right here because they're so pretty and I want to own them. So gotta get through this one, see if I like her writing style, and then we can buy some of those ones in the future. And the last book that I'm going to talk about is for the Buzzword readathon that happens every year, and the prompt this month is body parts, and I don't really have like arms, legs on any of my books, so I'm going with Heart, The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James by Ashley Herring Blake. This is a middle grade story, probably a little bit queer because Ashley Herring Blake books tend to be, and it's beautiful, lovely. I love her middle grades so much, so very excited to get to this one. But yeah, I do need to go. Let me try and hold up all of these books for you real quick, and then I will let you get out of here. Okay, so this is my stack of books, and if you think I can get through every single one of them this month, leave me any rainbow emoji that you can find or just rainbow colors down there in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, if you want to talk to me about books, I have my Instagram and Discord linked in the description as always. But that is all that I have for this video. Hopefully I will have my bullet journal video out in the next couple of days, so I will see you in that one. All right, goodbye.